welcome to Delight and Fry. I am Kat, and next to me is the lovely Luna. Oh, she's over here now. She's over here. And
I am
tonight,
all places all at once. What's
oh
up,
yeah,
guys?
the omnipotent.
The
Yeah, I don't know. But we are talking about Black Christmas tonight, the 2006 version, starring um Katie Cassidy, which was in Supernatural. She played Lilith, and Ruby. She's also Black Canary in Arrow. We also have Andrea Martin, which played Barbara in this movie. She's also the nun from Evil, if you guys watch that show, which is amazing. If you don't, you should. Lacey Chabert, she is Party of Five girl. I believe she was the youngest in Party of Five. And Michelle Trachtenberg, which is Dawn from Buffy, which we all hate Dawn. She's annoying. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, which is from Scott Pilgrim, is
yes.
Hera as well in Star Wars Rebels. And
Oh, we
then she
love
is
Hera.
also married to my man, which should be my man, Ewan McGregor. But I got mad respect for her because she nailed the Ewan McGregor. Good job, girl. Good job.
Good job. Now we have a super fan in the house.
Yay.
A huge shout out to Tyler.
Hey, Tyler.
He's been a good buddy of mine, always making super dope recommendations. His library of physical media is super large, and he's always posting about all the stuff he's picked up, and we love that. We love to see all the physical media roaming around in the world. It's fantastic. Thank you for keeping it alive.
Yes.
And thanks for dropping by. We appreciate it. So before we get started into this, let's have a little bit of Christmas cheer.
Ooh.
So I'll show off my ugly sweater, and then you can show off what you're rocking, Kat. So I'm rocking my pug.
Aww.
My pugs are my favorite dog breed. So of course I had to get a pug ugly sweater, and it's got little like fuzzy freaking cotton ball looking things, and it's like got like
balls.
Texture. Yeah, it's like glittery. It's got texture, so you can kind of rub it and be like, oh, these textures and colors.
Balls.
And yeah. I got lots of balls. I got red balls.
Yeah.
Good. It's a good thing I don't have any blue balls.
Yeah. Multicultural balls. Yeah.
No blue balls here in this area. What are you rocking?
I'm rocking Krampus here from Fangora. Originally, I'm reading a lot of stories from other countries about Christmas, and they're originally, very terrifying stories about Saint Nick and things like that. But as always, the Christian Protestants take it over, and suddenly it's to spread cheer and happiness. And nah, I like keeping it real. And this was my mom's, and I got a charm bracelet of the 12 Days of Christmas here. One was my mom's, and one's mine. And I got my little horsey, my little rocking horsies. So yeah, I still try to keep it festive but real.
Festive, but we're giving it that horror flair. I don't have anything super horrific on me.
Well, it's black. Black is always
Black is always like goth and stuff. Gotta put a little pug with the gothness. Yes. We love it. Well, I do have the trailer real quick, and the remake was really fun, Tyler, I will say. But yeah, without further ado, here is the theatrical trailer, actually, that we'll be watching today.
15 years ago, on Christmas Eve, his family became his victims.
What have you done?
Oh.
All roads and airports are officially closed. This one is not gonna let up.
A group of college friends.
That sucks. Everyone should be home for Christmas.
Are about to discover.
Lauren, we're opening up presents.
Why don't you open the present we got you?
Their house.
I got it.
is his home.
All is calm. All is right. Who is in my house tonight?
Don't you have lots of
Ooh.
toys to deliver to good little boys and girls?
You really shouldn't provoke somebody like that.
And on December 25th,
You're definitely getting punked.
Mm.
That Santa's reindeer.
all she wants for Christmas
No.
Is
Oh.
Megan in her room?
is a new family he can treat like his very own.
You're my family now.
Ooh.
Black Christmas.
Christmas Day, huh? That would be a kind of an awesome movie to see on Christmas Day in theaters. So, where do we even start with this one?
Well, I'll start with the hotness. There was a hot shower scene with not only booty but booties too. It was the whole
Yeah,
deal.
the whole
Yes.
package.
She was a little drunk, but she was getting cleaned. So yeah.
It's fine. It's fine as long as you keep it clean, right?
Yes, yes.
The best, oh my god, the best scene for me, just how fucking outrageous it is, where he's like stabbing with the candy cane. I thought that was like, oh my god, that was so funny. And then at the end, when the probably the best kills in my opinion is the candy cane one because of how absurd it is. But the coolest one was when he was wrapping the Christmas lights and like, you know, I was like, yes.
But who gives a prisoner fucking candy canes? That you can easily, like, as a kid, when you
Sharpen.
suck on them, you realize, ow, like they can get really sharp. And they
Yeah.
gave him candy canes,
Here you go.
knowing about his obsession, knowing about his situation. We're just gonna feed into that.
Yeah, here, you should have a nice Christmas. Here's a candy cane. You're a prisoner. Shank, shank, shank.
And I wrote down a quote from that. Tastes like chicken because it's chicken. It's as close as we could get to how mom would taste. Seriously, these guys.
Yeah, that okay, I will admit cannibal jokes kind of freak me out. They creep me out. Just like cannibal stuff is like, ugh. So when I heard that, oh yeah, it's almost like close to what mom would taste, and I'm like, eh.
What did you think about the angel cookie cutter with mom's back there?
That was
But
yeah.
it was
All the
not
can
instant insanity.
yeah, all
judgment,
the
right?
I mean, all the cannibal stuff in here, I'm like, well, they did it wrong because our closest relative in the animal kingdom is actually the pig. So we'd actually taste closer to pig than we would chicken. So he's wrong about that first and foremost. Secondly, the back part just kind of it made my back skin crawl. I was like, no, don't do that. Don't carve out the
And I
skin.
know the skin all like chewy and like, oh, he's just like,
Want some
ripping at it.
want some beef jerky? Yeah.
Right? And he had some kind of eyeball fetish. Like he kept popping out eyeballs.
Yeah.
And
And his eyeball too. And he's like, you know, I don't know. The director was obsessed with showing his eyeballs or like this area of the face because like you would constantly see like how yellow the eyes were. And I'm like, God, imagine being an actor or the actor who played that character and having to have your eyes like the white of your eyes dyed for the movie because there is such a thing they can dye your eye. in a safe manner, kind of like when you go to the doctor and they put eye drops and they put that dye in there.
Oh, you don't think it was contacts? I
Maybe.
was thinking it was some kind of contact.
Because on the white, how did they I don't know. I don't know much about
I
makeup
do know that they have
in the film.
they are very painful though. They have the contacts that cover your whole eye, the whites as well, for like zombie
Oh.
things and things like that when they have to use that. And yeah, it's painful. Because think
Poor.
about it, like it's constantly all the way at the edge of your eye. Like you could feel it. There's no not feeling it there or being aware of it.
Yeah, and then the way like the face was like so yellow, and I wanted to know what condition he had. I didn't look it up. I didn't have time to look it up because you know how I am with like my
Yeah, is it a real
pharmaceutical.
condition?
Yeah, I wanted to know if it was a real condition. I just didn't have the time to look it up. And I mean, it wouldn't have mattered to the plot. I was just curious more so like what's going on with this dude. And I thought it was so sad that the mom kind of treated him like shit. And oh man, if we can go back to like if we can analyze real quick from like a perspective of ourselves, that scene where he's like getting ready for Santa right when he was a kid, and the mom's like, Santa isn't coming, the terrorist shot him down, you know, he's dead and stuff like that. That kind of brought me back to my childhood because like I had a pretty traumatic thing happen like that where like I was gonna leave milk and cookies for Santa, and I was told that he wasn't real or whatever, and then the next day I woke up and there's no gifts and the cookies and the milk were still there.
Aw, how old were you?
I was like 6 or 7, but
Wow.
that's how I found out Santa wasn't real. Because all the kids at school were like, "Oh my god, we're gonna do this and we're gonna get so much cool stuff." And I'm like,
Aw.
I want cool stuff.
Aw, so your parents, they, like, couldn't afford Christmas gifts, so they just
No.
decided to tell you there's no Santa? Like, there
Uh
were times my parents couldn't, but they were always, like, creative, like, "You know, Santa's having a tough time, so, you know,
no,
he's gonna,
no.
hit you up, later."
No, I mean, I love my mom. She's amazing. She made sure we had food on the table, but she was kind of a realist. So she was like, "Oh, you know, I don't think that's gonna happen, sweetie. I don't think that's gonna happen." And you know, and kind of like preparing me for that, like, no, it's not likely gonna happen. That's not gonna happen, you know, I don't know. Your friends at school are telling you stuff and they're probably just trying to get your hopes up, but and then I was like, "No, they wouldn't lie to me, you know, they're my age." And yeah, I was very disappointed when
So were you one of those kids at school, like, that went back and was like, "Santa isn't real, y'all are stupid." Because there are always those kids, and I was always like, I wanted to be a believer, even when I got too old, and it's like I knew it wasn't true, but I still wanted to get gifts from Santa, so I played along.
yeah, 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 you played along. Um, no, because I knew, like I was kinda like oh, well, I I was kinda naive, and then I was thinking, well, maybe Santa stops for them because he cares about them and he doesn't care about me. So it was like
Aw.
I was, like, super depressed about it, and then I realized, "Oh, there is no Santa. Um, it's just parents doing it, and my parents don't have the money to do Santa." So, but yeah, I learned at a very young age, that, life sucks, and if you're poor, it sucks even more.
Aw.
But yeah, no, that scene kind of made me cry a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, because he was so sad, and he was making the cookies, and I was like, I feel you, kid. I
Mhm.
had that same experience, but that's the only scene in this whole movie that hit home for me because I had a. So I mean, at least my mom wasn't drinking and smoking cigarettes and be like, he's fucking dead." No, my mom just like was like, "Well, I don't think that's true." You know, and you always try to tell your parents, "No, it's true. I'm a rebel and I know better than you," even though you don't because you're fucking 6 years old. But yeah, what did you think about that scene in particular? Was there anything striking about that for you?
I thought it was sad. But then, the part that was really horrifying is, when mom comes upstairs and he's 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically, she gives birth to a daughter, Agnes, which is his daughter, her son's daughter as well. So that's why she looked a little weird. When she got older, her face structure was just a little different.
Yeah,
But the
it's
whole
the
time I was
incest child.
thinking, huh?
As it was the incest child.
The whole time I was thinking, Eve, the weird girl that gave her the horse, the unicorn, which was really
Yeah.
cool. I would
Yeah.
love something like
Oh,
that.
I know. I was like,
But I thought Eve was Agnes
yeah,
until I
I did
found out
too.
that she was missing an eye, and then I was like, I don't remember her missing an eye, but someone else is telling the story, so they could be telling it not true. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
But yeah, she was
I
there.
yeah, I like what was the girl that gave the unicorn?
Eve.
And
That
then
was the girl that the head rolled.
yeah. Tyler said, I forgot about that part of the storyline. Oh, Tyler, I did not forget about that part. No, I can't, dude. I just can't. But yeah, no, that unicorn, and if you look at it, it looks very expensive. It looks like it was made out of like, remember back in the like 90s or whatever, where like people went around and sold like princess chinaware, where it was like really expensive, and it was made out of like um the really expensive glass china.
Porcelain?
Yeah. Do you ever remember that, where people had like these like amazing fucking glass china sets and stuff? It was big. It was super huge in the 90s, but it reminded me of that unicorn. Cuz I was like, "Oh man, that looks like that princess cookware line."
And I thought it was pretty interesting that the girl Eve, I mean, she's in her car out in the parking lot in a winter storm, and she's still giving head.
I mean, we gotta keep warm somehow. I mean, I will say there was a lot of like sex in this. I was like, whoa, because like there was like the guys making the porno or whatever.
Yeah, without telling girls and then posting it online. What a dick.
Yeah.
I was wondering what she was watching. Like, I knew it was someone having sex with her boyfriend, but I didn't know if it was her or her roommate. So I thought, like, she caught her cheating or whatever, him cheating.
Yeah.
I thought that was the issue, but no, it was her. But he was, yeah, he set up a cam and didn't let her know, and that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's those sorority house people that there's been a lot of things in the news lately of like people getting hazed and killed, and I mean, it doesn't surprise me actually that somebody would record people having sex without consent, because it's like sorority. I mean, you see it all the time, sororities getting in trouble for hazing and doing crazy shit. So yeah, I believe that.
And what did you think about all the holes throughout the house? At first, I was like, what the hell? How are these still there? It's obviously been refurnished since he was there growing up. Because obviously, he had all his trails and everything made back in the day from when he was a kid. So he could go
Yeah.
around the house unseen. But then it's like when they remodeled, the tiles and stuff would be glued down. They would have patched that up. But then afterwards, when I realized, oh, it was Agnes, who knows how long she's been there. So I guess she re-popped the tiles out or whatever so she could enjoy the shower scene for all of us.
Yeah.
Thanks, Agnes.
Thanks, Agnes, for the magnificent ass.
Whoever was enjoying the
The booty. I mean, I don't know. People pay for that kind of shit. But I don't know. Like, what I want to know is who the hell sold this house to the sorority, right? And whoever sold the sorority didn't do their due diligence in hiring an inspector to make sure the house, because you have to do that when you buy a property, right?
Mhm.
You hire an inspector to do all that BS. Um, but like they had a really bad inspector who fucked them over and didn't tell them about all the holes in the property and just kind of masked it or something. Or they got
But
a
they
really good deal.
knew. They knew about it. That's why every year they gave a present to Billy. So I'm thinking the house was just super deal, and they were like, "We'll take it." You know?
Yeah, like you see those houses that are super cheap and huge and they're in Louisiana and it's like it's probably haunted, but it's fine because it's like a 5-bedroom freaking Louisiana style mansion for super cheap, and you're like, yeah, some voodoo shit or something happened in there, but we'll take it because it's cheap type thing. Like they just probably took it because it was cheap, and but they should have done some remodeling. I don't know what the fuck was up with that, and then the floorboards, and then the holes everywhere. Yeah, I was like, the fuck is going on with the foundation of this property?
Yeah.
That was
But
a
yeah,
little
but when they
questionable.
do the inspection, they don't go like that far. You know what
They
I
go
mean?
that
They
deep,
just
yeah.
kind of check the appliances, the wiring, the water, the stuff like that. They don't really like have a way to like see through the walls to see if there's other areas back there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
But
also
like,
they don't check do they check the insulation? I don't know about
I
that
believe
part.
so. Yeah, yeah, they do.
So they would have caught it. I don't know. It's like the things we think
Installation's
about as
easy to
adults.
kind of tear down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It could have been
Yeah.
there when they bought it, and then
Then
Agnes came and
was
tore it
like,
back.
let me see that ass, girl.
Like,
Part 'em. Oh no. Yeah, yeah. It's been
yeah, he just
this
wanted
one
his
was
family. You know, he wanted to come back home, and yeah,
and have a new family to kill. I don't
yeah, to eat. My favorite was the
cannibals.
reveal at the end, the Christmas tree with the dangling eyeballs and the lit up heads. That was great. I'm like, ooh.
Ooh, I know. That was fun. That was fun. There's a lot of really good kills in this. The storyline was a little kooky, but you don't watch this for the storyline because obviously there's a lot of plot holes. You're just like, what? Who? And why are they there? And what? So there is a lot of plot holes, but you don't watch it for that. You watch it for the kills. So speaking of the kills, Kat, what was your favorite one?
Um, let's see. We have Death by Fountain Pen, the candle one you liked,
Yeah.
the star stabbing.
Yeah.
So much to choose from.
I know.
I love the head roll and the reveal at the end.
Oh yeah. The
Actually,
reveal at the end.
I think the funniest kill was the house woman that was caring for them. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
the woman that plays the nun on Evil. She goes and looks up, and an icicle. It wasn't even the killer. An icicle comes down and fucking kills her. It wasn't even the killer that got her. It was just
Yeah.
nature.
It
I'm
was
like,
nature.
damn. That's messed up.
Nature don't want you alive, homie. The killer didn't even want you, girl. It was nature. Yeah, I went to Virginia once and I went to Shenandoah. And I went to the Shenandoah National Park and it was already in November when I went and they already had icicles in the cliff, like the cliff of the mountain, and those things were fucking huge. So I was like, yeah, if you stand under that and it drops, it's gonna fucking impale you because you see them on TV, you think they're little cute little like little ices. No, these things are like massive, you know? So seeing them up close, I can see why they would kill somebody. And yeah, this movie did a great shot showing that you know icicles can kill you.
Oh, and
So
I do love the end too. Um, well, it's not really the end. No, yeah, it is. She's in the hospital and
oh
she flips him over and he gets impaled on the Christmas tree. and then the lights are still going, and you look behind her, and the reflection is his body like spread out, and then the lights changing. That was great. I love that.
Yeah, that was a fun one because of the lighting that they did on that. They man, they some of the shots that they did on this, they played with the lighting a lot, and I like that. Yeah, like the hospital scene had a really good lighting. So all the Christmas decorations in the hospital kind of lit it so where
Mhm.
it looked really dark down here, but it was like very Christmassy and lit right here. And then like I don't know, the lighting in the hospispital scene was just the bee's
Mhm. It
knees.
was still Christmas, but like dark. Like you
Like
knew
yeah, like grungy and
bad things were gonna happen.
uh-huh. It's like yay, festive, but dark.
Yeah, it kind of gave me like Halloween 2 vibes.
Yeah. If Halloween 2 was happening on Christmas, then that is totally what would, what would be happening there. So, did you wanna say anything else about it? I mean, I thought it was interesting. What would you rate this movie?
Uh, out of 5 stars, I'd give it 2.5, 3, maybe 2.5, probably.
Out of 5 stars?
Mhm.
Okay. Not too bad. Yeah.
It was still a lot of fun. Um, but it just, I guess I really didn't have any skin in the game, so to say. I
Mm,
I
mhm.
didn't really relate to any of the characters. I didn't really care. I was just like,
Yeah, no.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Actually, I ended up feeling more bad for him, for Billy and his
Mhm.
situation and the poor daughter, Agnes. Like, I felt bad. Like, no, they shouldn't become freaking killers and eating people. No, that's wrong. But you know what I mean? I just like they told so much about their backstory, but didn't
Yeah.
really go into the characters.
Yeah, they didn't. They left a lot to be desired with the killer, and with Agnes that I'm like, wait, she's living in the floorboards? How long has she been there? What is she eating? How is she surviving? Where is she getting water? Like, I'm like, this doesn't make sense, but I'm just gonna go with it because it's just movie magic. But so for the kills and for the sheer absurdity of killing somebody with a candy cane, I give it like a 3 out of 5 stars because it doesn't make the most sense plot-wise or logically or any of that, but the kills were fun. And at the end of the day, as long as you're having fun, that's what matters, right?
Exactly.
Yes. So yeah, that's all for me. I don't have anything else interesting to say about this one. There's just a few things that were kind of, you know. What about you, Kat?
No, that's pretty much it.
There's a
It's simple. It gets to the point, there's a lot of trauma
oh
uh
yeah.
in the background about why they're doing what they're doing, but they just, they didn't have any pizzazz. I mean, his main thing is just, was it be a part of my family, or I want you to be my family, as he's like ripping out eyeballs and eating them. It's just okay. Yes, this is horrifying, but it didn't have any swag, I
No
don't know.
swag. No
No.
swag. Boo, none. We don't like the no swag. Yeah. Yeah, no. Before we let you guys go, I want to leave you guys with a quick message. The holidays are super, super stressful for a lot of people. So, a lot of people have lost, moms, dads, family members. I know a few people that are going through grief right now. So just be kind to people. Don't be an asshole. I know there's a huge line at the grocery store and you're like, fuck this. But try not to cuss at people. Try not to be mean. We're all going through one thing or another. Just be nice. If you want to take it out on something, go home, play video games, kill some things in Call of Duty, or do something creative to get that energy
or
out.
ask Santa for a punching bag, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Learn Taekwondo, release that energy some creative way, but don't hurt your fellow friends and family or neighbors or people out in the world. Just don't be a dick in this holiday season and watch some horror movies. That's
Yeah.
that's the message that I want to leave you with. Do you have
And
anything?
everybody has some place to go. You're all going the same direction in your vehicle. There's no need to like ride each other's asses. You know, if you see somebody and you can't go anywhere, why don't you let them in?
Let
Let
them
'em
in.
in.
Yeah.
We're going the same way you are. You're
Yeah.
not going to get there any faster. It's traffic. It sucks. The winter birds are here. Everybody's here. It's Florida. Get used to it. Wherever you live, you're used to it. You know, this time of year, it gets fucking crazy. Don't be one of those crazy people that are just me. All
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Don't be them
Yeah,
damn
don't.
them pigeons in Finding Nemo. Mine. Let's not. Okay, let's be
Let's
human
not.
beings. Treat people with decency because you
Yeah.
don't know what people are going through.
Yeah, definitely. Somebody could be going through what our lovely
Yeah.
Taylor was going through. So just
Yeah.
be gentle with people.
Don't be the
kind,
one that they snap on, you know? Don't
because you will end up with your pieces of your back missing, and they'll be in a cookie tray, and
and Krampus will enjoy your face here
yeah,
for being bad.
yes,
See, that's what the original Christmas stories were about. Like, if you were a bad person, Santa fucked you up. He didn't like give you a gift.
yes. Oh my god,
And I recommend a really good horror movie, Rare Exports.
Rare Exports. Okay.
Yes, I believe it's it's very icy areas, Nordic or something like that. I believe it's Nordic, like Viking, like really remote icy areas, and like, yeah, it's good. I don't want to give anything away, but
No, don't. So one movie recommendation before we go also, and I will go ahead and re-upload the interview for that we had with Eric Pennycoff, a Christmas movie he made called The Leech. It's actually really good, a really good Christmas movie, very indie horror. Great story. A great guy too. Eric was amazing to us and has been pretty amazing. So we'll upload that closer to Christmas. That way you guys can get into that Christmas spirit and check it out. It's such a great Christmas movie. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And go kick some ass and be nice, and we'll get through the holidays together.
yes, happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah, no matter what you celebrate, whether it's a Kwanzaa, Christmas, Yule, Hanukkah, no, I'm forgetting a ton more, but whatever you may celebrate, get out there, have fun, and make it a good time with your friends and family and loved ones. See you guys later. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Cthulhu, bye.
Hello, boils and ghouls. It's your old pal, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. And I want to thank you for listening to Delight and Fright with your hosts, Luna and Cat, a podcast for outcasts.